Jai Hind, dear students. Today we are going to study a new chapter, and that is the triangle and its properties. You might have seen this triangle in your daily life at many places, and the real life example that I can give you people is that if you see bridge where the metals are used, and whenever you'll be finding such sort of bridge, you will always find those metals when joined together will be forming triangle. And as we are going to study this chapter, let us first begin with what triangle means. Now, if you see this triangle, then you observe that triangle is a closed figure. First thing is that a triangle is a closed figure made up of three lines, as the name itself suggests, triangle. Three angles have to be there. So, definition tells a triangle is a closed figure made up of three line segments, and since it is made up of three line segments, that is why we have three vertices, we have three sides, and we have three angles. Now, if we talk about this triangle, let us label this figure as A, B, and C. Then over here the sides are, this is side AB, then this is side AC, and this is side BC. Now if we talk about angles, so angles where these two line segments are joining and is forming angle over here. So angle over here are three angles will be angle A, B, C, then angle B, C, A, and the third one will be angle BAC. So these are the three angles, and let us talk about vertices. Singular of it is vertex. So over here the vertices are A, B, and C. Now after this, what we will classify triangles on the basis of side. Now let us see on the basis of side what are those three triangles. So on the basis of side we have scalene triangle. Now if you observe over here, you find that in this particular triangle the three sides are of different measurement, and whenever the three sides are of different measurement, they are said to be scalene triangle. Now let's talk about isosceles triangle. In isosceles triangle, what happens? The two sides are of equal measurement. You can observe this side is equal to this side, and that is why this is known as scalene. After scalene triangle, let us see isosceles triangle. So this is known as scalene triangle, and this is known as isosceles triangle. Now after isosceles triangle, let us see what is the third one. The third one is equilateral triangle. In equilateral triangle, what happens? The three sides are of equal measurement. Equilateral, equi means equal and lateral means sides. So this is equilateral triangle. Now let us talk about on the basis of angle. So on the basis of angle, the triangles are, first we'll be having acute angle triangle. Now in this, if you see, this is acute angle triangle. Why? because all the three angles are less than 90 degree. So this is known as acute angle triangle. Okay, so it is known as acute angle triangle because you people know that acute angle is angle which is greater than 0 degree and less than 90 degree. So all the three angles over here are acute angled, that is why it is known as acute angled triangle. Now let's talk about the other kind of triangle, and that is right angle triangle. In this you observe that one of the angles is 90 degree. So this is known as right angled triangle. After right angle triangle, now let us talk about the third one, which is obtuse angled triangle. So this is obtuse angled triangle. Why it is obtuse angled triangle? Because over here you can observe that one of the angles is greater than 90 degree, and obviously it has to be less than 180 degree. So these are the 6 elements, and those 6 elements are the sides and the angles. So whenever anyone will be telling you, so triangle has 6 elements, and those 6 elements are its 3 angles and its 3 sides. Okay, now let us see another concept of median and altitude. Now here I have taken a triangle, okay, and I have labeled this figure as triangle A, B and C. This is triangle A, B and C. Now if we talk about median, then median tells that a line segment joining a vertex of a triangle to the midpoint of the opposite side. Okay, so if I am taking this vertex, so opposite side of this vertex will be the line BC, and then the midpoint will be this. So what has to be done in median is it has to be joined in this manner. Now suppose I have taken this as D. So over here this AD is median. But if we talk about another thing, that is altitude, then altitude states that if a perpendicular line segment from a vertex of a triangle to the opposite side. So see, I have taken the same example, but here what is mentioned is that it has to be perpendicular. Now over here, if I have taken this point as E, then this is altitude. Now I am writing over here for your better understanding. So over here this AD is median, and if we talk about this line, then AE is altitude. Now one thing that you people need to keep in mind is that in triangle we'll be having 3 medians and 3 altitudes. Okay, now for example, if you want to make median for this triangle, then in that case from B the opposite side will be AC and midpoint I have taken, and if you join it will be like this. If you take C, then the opposite side will be AB, midpoint will be this. So when you join it will be coming like this. So in this way you will be having 3 medians, and the same way you will be having 3 altitudes. Now let us discuss exterior angle property. Now an exterior angle property of a triangle is formed when a side of triangle is produced. So for example, if here I have taken this triangle, okay, and I have taken one more triangle over here. Now what does this mean? At each vertex we have two ways of forming an exterior angle. Now if we are talking about this vertex, so we can form the exterior angle like this. We can also form the exterior angle like this, and this will be happening on each and every vertices. So over here I have formed it like this, but here I can form it in this manner. Here I have formed it like this, but here I can extend in this manner. So there are two ways in which you can form an exterior angle at each vertex. So as we saw how we can form an exterior angle, now let us see how to show exterior angle property. So as we know that the measure of any exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of measure of its interior opposite angle. Now if we are going to find this exterior angle, say if we are going to find this exterior angle, then as it is mentioned that it has to be equal to the sum of measure of its interior but opposite angles. That is why what we are doing is, say I have taken out this angle and I have pasted it over here, and then what I will do is opposite interior. So I have taken out this triangle and this sector, and I have pasted it over here. Now what you are observing is that this exterior angle is equal to sum of opposite interior angle. So in this way we come to know that always this will be happening, that measure of any exterior angle of a triangle will be equal to sum of measure of its interior opposite angle. Now let us talk about angle sum property of triangle. The sum of measure of the three interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Angle sum property states that the sum of measure of three interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree. And if you see the triangle that I have made over here, in this the three angles are colored as green, red and blue. But let us check how it will be forming 180 degree. Now see, this blue triangle I have taken from here and I have pasted it in this manner. Now I have taken out this red and I have placed it over here in this manner, and then I have taken out this green and I have pasted it in this manner. Now what you observe is it is forming a semicircle, and thus it is 180 degree angle. After seeing exterior angle property and angle sum property of triangle, let us see some more properties of triangle. Now here I have taken a triangle in which one of the sides is of measurement 11 centimeter, this one is of 9 centimeter and this one is of 7 centimeter. So the property states that the sum of length of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the length of the third side. Now here if I have labeled this figure as A, B and C. Now as it says that sum of two sides of triangle is greater than third side, let us add 7 and 9. So when you add 7 and 9 you get 16, and 16 is greater than 11. When you add 11 and 7, that is 18, and 18 is greater than 9. When you add 11 and 9 you get 20, and 20 is greater than 7. So I am repeating it once again. The property says that the sum of length of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the length of the third side. In the same manner, we have one more property which says that difference between the length of any two sides is smaller than the length of the third side. So difference between the length of any two sides, so if we are subtracting these two sides, so 11 minus 7 will be 4, and 4 is less than 9. If we are doing this, these two sides, that is 11 centimeter and 9 centimeter, so 11 minus 9 is 2 centimeter, and 2 centimeter is less than 7. So whenever you will be finding difference of any two sides, it will be greater than smaller than the length of the third side. So this property is useful to know if it is possible to draw a triangle when the length of the three sides are known to us. So you'll be finding many questions on the basis of this in NCERT. So we'll be doing this, and also I would like to tell you that there are other properties even which you'll be studying in either next class, or I'll be telling you about Pythagoras property in the other video which I'll be posting. So till then, all of you keep on